Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the TeSys Island training. I'm your host, Andromeda, and in this video what we're gonna see is how we can control the TeSys Island using the M580. So let's go to the software. In the previous video we have seen how to add the TeSys Island into our project using the NOC car. We can also be used in the M580 depending on the level, and also if you have a NOC car, an OS car. As soon as you connect to the TeSys Island and load the information from TeSys Island, it will generate structures linking the avatars in the TeSys Island into our project, as I showed you previously here. So it will generate this when you add the DTM of the TeSys Island. Then you need to change the name, of course, and then it will create different avatars as soon as you connect to the unit. Now that you have this information, you are able to use the function blocks in order to control the avatars. Now, in order to use this, you first need to have installed in your PC this library. This library is available in schneiderelectric.com, se.com. Just need to download the library and install it. I've already done another video how to install this library, so proceed with installation by that. And here in the library we have different function blocks. Okay, so I'm going to explain this particular video the one that we have in order to control the island. Then for maintenance, then for energy and power, we're going to show you how it can be done in another video. So if you just want to control the avatar, then what we have are the three main types of avatars. So we have device, we have application, and we have load. And you can see here we have device, we have load, and we have application avatar. So depending on the application that we're going to use, we have in a specific function block. So this is the first thing that you need to understand. So now that I have connected with this, I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to disconnect from here and then create, oops. Okay, let's shake new section. I'm going to use FPD. Control TeSys. Okay, so right click, input assistant. We need to go to the live set, TeSys Island, and in our case, if you saw the previous video, you can see here I have motor one direction. Okay, so let's find out the motor one direction. So here, motor one direction. Okay, so this is going to be the instance for the avatar 02, which is the second avatar 1, avatar 2. Okay, I will add the avatar for the analog I/O. So this one, input instance, clip set, TeSys Island. This was going to be device avatar, analog I/O, instance avatar 03. Just trying to replicate the same thing that I have. Input assistant, lib set. It's just to show you what I have here. And this one, it's a motor one direction, seal category 1. So load, motor one direction, seal stop, category 1, 2, category 1, 2. Okay, this one. Okay, I'm going to name it instance avatar 05 4 4. Okay, then add it here. And the last one is going to be the power interface that allow me just to measure current. So here, TeSys island, load power interface. So 05. Okay. Now we have the function blocks to control the avatars, but I'm going to add another one here in the top. That's going to be for the system. So input system, here libset, TeSys island, system avatar, this one, system control, instance avatar 01. It's going to be like the system, but it's going to be reading the bus coupler, which is the first one, and it's going to give us information about the actual status. That's all. So how we enter the information here? Okay, good question. So we have enhance and legacy. By default, if you just add the device, as I show you in the DTM and everything, you just need to use the legacy input and output. So how? Good question. So right click, data selection. Here we have the TeSys island, which is the whole. So everything that is system, you just need to link it to this one. Here we just need to select inputs. For the outputs, I believe it's clear. Just need to select the outputs. TeSys island, outputs. Done. Now it changed when you need to go for the each avatars. So for the motor one direction, data selection, we don't need to use the TeSys island because right now we have one particular structure for each individual avatar. So we need to link each structure for each avatar to the correspondent function block avatar. So here, motor one direction, again, we have inputs. Here we have the selection for the outputs. Okay, now we have the analog inputs selection here. Ana, oops, that selection here. Ana inputs. So you know the mechanics now. Okay. Ana output. So it's very straightforward. Of course, you can also add values over here then to link into your program, but that will be the next stage. And I just want to show you how you can make this work. Then it will depend on your logic how to execute and run and trip everything. So this one, switch safety input selection here. Outputs, there we go. Power interface, int power is the other one. In power interface output, and that's it basically. So this will allow us just to connect and control. We are not talking about maintenance or data that are related to energy or power. I'm not talking about that. This is just to control, check what's going on, and control. Okay. So now I'm going to connect straight one. Download the new software. Just wait for it. Okay, so here you can see there is detected error because this one is not called. So I'm going to create an animation table for this instance only. Inputs, outputs. Okay, so I'm going to enable this. And if everything is fine, you can see that the status of the TeSys island is operational, which is working fine. Now, before enable this, it would be good if we have the status that we have the communication first with the TeSys island. In order to get that information, if you're using the NOC car, of course, you can go to the data editor, and if you go to here, this one, add animation table, the NOC car, you can get information about how is the status with the port. So in my case, I'm connected over here, the TeSys island. Then here on the, you can see here that is connected. I have the connection. So this one, I have the connection. So if I remove the cable, so this one will be off, 0, and this one will be off, so it's gonna be 0. This will be like the general, and this one is just for one particular device that has an issue. So if I remove it, you have the 0. And then if I put it back, where it should be going, should be back to 1. Okay. And if this one is 1, or the one that belongs to the TeSys island, then I will advise you to enable the use of any of the function blocks. Otherwise, we will try to enable when you don't have the communication with the target. Now, let's go for this one. So I'm going to enable the function block. Animation table. I believe this one is already doing something. Okay, it's reading. I believe it has a thermocouple somewhere, but it's reading information, which is fine. Let's add the motor one direction. I'm not 100% sure if you can hear it when it runs. Animation table for interface, animation table. So let's, oops, it's an output. So enable. Okay, the number 4 is the enable for the motor one direction with safety. So it's something going on, I believe, is a resistor over there. So you can see there is running is close, it's doing something. So if I try to connect, for example, with this to the device, connect to the device, load from the connected device, just going to show you that in different place I show the data and it's doing something. So here you can see it's ready, it's reading something. Okay, just to show you that line I'm connected to. Okay, you can see it's doing something. Now I'm gonna try to run this. Okay, hopefully it's gonna, you can hear it. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to turn it off. So you hear the sound. And then I'm going to turn the motor on just quickly. Let's see if you can see it over here. This is this, yeah. It's ready, it's on. And it's powered off. Okay, so you can see that I have the connection, I have the control with the TeSys sign in an easy way. Okay. Okay, so the important thing here is to upload, or what I usually do is to make the application in Somu, have the connection, make sure that I have the connection, the IP address is correct. Then when that is correct, I connect through the DTM browser, connect to the target, upload the information from the device. So we will generate all the avatar information that I need. And then when it's here in my project, I can use the information in the correspondent function block. Okay. Then additional to this, it's important that before executing something over here, that we check the information, is this one, the information related to that particular device before executing something. Okay. In the newer version of the firmware of the TeSys Island, we have the possibility to define which is the behavior on the degrade mode, that basically when you don't have communication with the PLC. How do you want to treat each individual avatar when you lost the communication, okay, with the PLC? So we have that in the newer version. So this is how you can communicate with the M580 solution using Control Expert Classic. Then you just need to have the libraries already installed and know which is the function block related to each avatar. Once you have that, it's easy as I'll show you. And remember just to use, if you haven't touched anything, just use the enhanced mode, the classic, the legacy mode on the input and output, and that's it. That is for the control. Then we're gonna make another video how to use the maintenance information, the product information, and also the energy and power. Okay, so far depend on the avatar selected, you have the average current. Okay, but if you want the energy and power, you just need to use the voltage interface along with the TeSys item. So this is it for the moment. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.